Hey, welcome to my... Oh my god, jacket. Crazy. Hey, I'm Nonnie and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my god. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nonnie and I put new videos out every week. That is Jacket and she is crazy. Today my video is going to be 4 small tattoo ideas, small to medium tattoo ideas for your zodiac sign. So I have 4 suggestions of tattoos that might be suitable for you based on my opinion of your zodiac sign. Talking about sun signs today, and sun signs represent your personality. So let's get into it. And starting off, we have Aries. The first tattoo suggestion I have for Aries is a tiger lily. And I will put pictures over here. So a tiger lily symbolizes confidence, pride, wealth, and I think these things are very representative of Aries energy. Tiger lilies, you know, are about victory, success. Aries are very confident. They strive for that kind of, they strive in that direction for those kind of things. So that is why I believe that tiger lily would be a good suggestion for an Aries as a small tattoo. My second suggestion for Aries would be a wolf. And the reason I have recommended a wolf is because wolves symbolize leadership, fearlessness, and trusting your instincts. And I believe that an Aries does all of those things. They always trust their own instincts. They always trust their gut. Aries are a very fearless sign, and that is why I believe the second recommendation for Aries would be a wolf. The third tattoo recommendation for Aries would be a fire tattoo. If you didn't know, Aries is a fire sign, and so they are very representative of that kind of energy. I feel like fire represents energy, you know, fire is its drive, its passion, and that is why I think that a fire tattoo would be a great suggestion for an Aries. My fourth and last suggestion for a small tattoo for an Aries would be the Aries birthstone. Now the Aries birthstone is a diamond, which unlike other signs' birthstones, is very distinguishable as a tattoo. Okay, next up we have Taurus. My first suggestion for a Taurus would be a dahlia flower. Dahlias symbolize elegance, dignity, confidence, and beauty, and that is why I believe they are so connected to the Taurus. Like, that is so Taurus energy. They are all about that. My second tattoo suggestion for the Taurus would be a bull, because it is the animal of your sign. I feel like a Taurus may get a bull tattoo, but perhaps like small and dainty, or the bull shape is made out of flowers or something. I'll put some pictures here. The bull is the symbol of the Taurus, and that is why it is one of my suggestions for small tattoos that a Taurus should get. My third idea for a small Taurus tattoo would be Venus. Now, Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, so a good tattoo for a Taurus would be literally the goddess of love herself, Venus. And if not an actual person, then you could always get the Venus symbol, which is always really beautiful as well. My fourth and last suggestion for a Taurus would be a scallop shell. And this also goes back to the goddess of love. The scallop shell is representative of Venus, the goddess of love. So it is said that Venus, the goddess of love, was born of the seas, and she was brought to the shore in a scallop shell. And that is why the scallop shell is very representative of the goddess of love, Venus. And I think that's why it would be a great Taurus tattoo. Next we have Gemini. And my 4 suggestions for tattoos for them. I have 4 tattoo suggestions for a Gemini. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, and so my first suggestion is the symbol for Mercury. My second tattoo suggestion for a Gemini would be parrot or parrots. Now the reason that I picked parrots is because they symbolize communication, companionship, and intellect, which very much are traits and good representations of Geminis. They are those things. My third recommendation for tattoos for a Gemini would be the infamous twins. So this can be two faces, it can be two people, just any kind of twin situations, or the symbolization of the twin personality with the two faces, perhaps. My fourth suggestion for a small tattoo for a Gemini, which I think is a really cool idea, is a sign language tattoo. So rather than getting a script or a word or a name, perhaps instead you would get these things written in sign language. I thought this was a cool idea because Gemini is all about communication. I'm sure there is a favorite, like Geminis are the kind of people that would have a favorite word. Next up we have Cancers. So first suggestion for a tattoo for a Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, I would suggest getting the moon symbol. My second suggestion for a tattoo for a Cancer would be a crab. And how cute, like a tiny little crab, just to represent your star sign. My third recommendation for a tattoo for a Cancer would be a raindrop / teardrop. Don't get butthurt. I feel like a raindrop or a teardrop is kind of just representative of how emotional you are, how deep you feel. My fourth and last recommendation for a Cancer would be an orca tattoo. Not only are orcas a water creature and you are a water sign, but orcas also symbolize kindness, compassion. They mate for life, and that is where they're known for their sense of strong family values and unity, which is very much the Cancer way. And those are the 4 tattoos that I would recommend for a Cancer. Next up we have Leo. Now Leo is ruled by the sun, and so my very first suggestion for a small tattoo for a Leo is a sun. A sun is also a perfect representation of a Leo because you guys are warm, you're bright, you're loving. The sun also symbolizes beauty, mysticism. Next recommendation would be a peacock feather because peacock feathers symbolize kindness, compassion. They're also affiliated with the sun. Not to mention peacocks stand out. They're the star of the show. When they walk in the room, they don't have to say anything. Everyone notices, and that is such a Leo energy. My third tattoo recommendation for a Leo would be a lion. Pretty obvious. But Leo is represented by the lion, and the lion symbolizes strength, inner strength. My fourth and last tattoo recommendation for a Leo would be a heart tattoo. Leos have massive hearts, and they wear their heart on their sleeve, and that is why my photos have lots of heart on wrist tattoos. But you guys have a massive heart. Next we have Virgo. Now my first recommendation for a cute small tattoo for a Virgo would be a peach. Now peaches symbolize innocence and virginity. And that is why I've picked it for a Virgo, because you guys are not necessarily innocent, but there is something inherently innocent about you, no matter how uninnocent and reckless you may get. Virgos are also known as the Virgin, and that is why I have picked the peach, because you do inherently have an innocence about you. My second tattoo recommendation for a Virgo would be an orchid, because this flower represents perfection, and Virgos are all about perfection. My third recommendation for a Virgo would be a bear. A bear as an animal is very much Virgo energy. Bears symbolize independence, perfection, and being very, very observant. Bears are very observant of their surroundings and their environment and all the actions that are taking place around them. My fourth and last tattoo recommendation for a Virgo would be a small book. Now all the air signs are about intellect, and they are very smart people, Virgos are very intelligent, they have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of wisdom, and I feel like Virgos have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share, and they really absorb all the knowledge and wisdom around them, and that is why I think a book is a perfect small tattoo for a Virgo. Next we have Libra. So my first tattoo suggestion for a Libra would be the scales. The Libra is represented by the scales, and the scales is all about balance. You could maybe put two items on the scales that represent something very important to you, but either way, I think scales are a really cool little tattoo that a Libra could get to represent their zodiac. My second tattoo suggestion for a Libra is the yin and yang. Just like the scales, Libras are all about balance. My third small tattoo suggestion for the Libra is a strawberry. A strawberry symbolizes goodness, righteousness, and virtue, and I think these are three things that are very important to a Libra. My fourth and last suggestion for a tattoo for a Libra would be a feather, and that is because feathers represent peace. They want harmony in their life. Next up we have my Scorpio, brothers and sisters. So Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto, and so my first recommendation of small tattoos for Scorpio is of course the symbol for Pluto. My second recommendation for a small tattoo for Scorpio would be a butterfly. Now the reason I pick a butterfly is because they symbolize renewal, life, death, rebirth, transformation, and those are all the things that Pluto, our planet, and Scorpio symbolize. My third suggestion for a tattoo for a Scorpio is an oyster with a pearl in it, because it's all about what's inside that matters. The oyster shell is tough, a tough sheltered exterior trying to protect, and I feel like Scorpios, being such a defensive sign, very much represent the oyster. My fourth and last recommendation for the Scorpio would be a lock and key. This will make a really cool friends tattoo as well. Reason that I associate this lock and key with Scorpios, the lock and key to me as a Scorpio is very much about keeping the secrets, and I feel like if you and your friend got a lock and key tattoo, you'd keep each other's secrets, like things that no one else knows about you, and that's really cool. And those are my 4 suggestions for small tattoos for a Scorpio. Next we have Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and so my first suggestion for tattoo ideas would be the symbol for Jupiter. My second suggestion for Sagittarius would be a ladybug. Now ladybugs represent good luck, prosperity, abundance, happiness, and innocence. I feel like ladybugs are really Jupiter/Sagittarius energy. My third suggestion for a small tattoo for a Sagittarius would be a little airplane. Now the reason I say that is because Sagittariuses are the adventurers. Sagittariuses are made to explore, and most Sagittariuses really want to travel or explore the world. My fourth and last suggestion for a small tattoo for a Sagittarius is the bow and arrow. Now bow and arrow is a stereotypical symbol of the Sagittarius, of the centaur. He has the bow and arrow, and that is why I would choose that as a great tattoo for a Sagittarius. Next up we have Capricorn. Now Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, and so my first suggestion for a tattoo for Capricorn would be the symbol for Saturn. My second suggestion for a tattoo for Capricorn would literally be the planet Saturn. Now, unlike the other planets, it's very distinguishable which planet is Saturn because it has the rings. My third recommendation for a tattoo for Capricorn would be a bee, or a bumblebee. So bees symbolize diligence, perseverance, hard work, and sweetness of character, and I think these are the epitome of what a Capricorn is. They are very hardworking, they are very sweet, and that is why Capricorns are just like a cute little bee. My fourth and final recommendation for a Capricorn for a tattoo would be a goat tattoo. That is the animal that symbolizes Capricorn. You guys are the mountain goat because you will weather any conditions to get to where you want to get in your goals. And those are the 4 recommendations of small tattoos for a Capricorn. Next we have Aquarius. First off, we have a star. In tarot, the Aquarius is represented by the star card. I feel like Aquariuses and the star go really well because you guys shine so bright in your own very unique way. No star is the same, no Aquarius is the same. You guys are just the epitome of bright and exciting and unique. My second small tattoo recommendation for an Aquarius would be the water bearer vase. It is the typical symbol of your star sign. You could just get the vase with the water coming out of the water bearer. My third tattoo recommendation for Aquarius would be an alien tattoo. Because you guys are aliens. You probably like aliens. You're probably into space. You're probably into that kind of stuff. Alien. You guys are the star seeds of the zodiac. Fourth and final tattoo suggestion for an Aquarius is an earth. Now it could just be like a normal earth, or it could be an earth with like maybe a plant or something coming out of it, or earth in the shape of a heart. And earth is really basically symbolizing your love of the planet, of the environment. Aquarius is the humanitarian of the zodiac, and that is why I think earth would make a really cute tattoo for an Aquarius. And last but not least, we have Pisces. My first recommendation for a small tattoo for Pisces would be a fish. It is the symbol of your star sign, and fishes represent the water and emotions and feelings. My second recommendation for a small tattoo for Pisces would be a fairy. Fairies symbolize spirituality, feminine energy, childhood, and beauty in all shapes and sizes. Your childhood, your past, and accepting all kinds of beauty is very important to a Pisces, and that is why I think a fairy would make a great tattoo for a Pisces. Plus, they're very fantastical and beautiful, just like you. My third recommendation for a tattoo for a Pisces would be a rose tattoo. Roses symbolize romance, and I know any sign could get this, but I just feel like Pisces is the most romantic sign. And last tattoo idea I have for Pisces would be the trident. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is also known as the god of the sea. And so a cute way to get a small tattoo representing Neptune would be to get a trident. And those are the 4 tattoo suggestions that I've come up with for Pisces. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, please give a like, share, subscribe to show your support. Bye!